What's up YouTube, Photoshooty here, and I'm finally back with another video, and this time we got a different kind of format. I finally decided to record something for a dueling book, but it's not a live game like I did a couple of months ago. Uh, since the problem with those live games is are that they are sometimes very boring. So if you record them and they turn out to be like 2-0 storms, um, then I don't know, the recording is kind of wasted. So um, this was a game I didn't record live, but was kind of intense. It's T. First of all, the decks we both played are kind of unconventional. Like he played a TG Psychic Plant deck, and I played a Diva Hero deck. So uh, I will show the list for the Diva Hero deck at the end of the video. Um, and you guys could tell me your thoughts for that. So I saw MBT playing Diva Hero on a couple of videos, and I thought about taking a look at the deck for September 2011, and I saw a list in our Tango Plantown Discord which played Swap Frog engine, so I decided to play this deck a bit more combo heavy, um, which makes it kind of a glass cannon. But I think for this format where the power level is way higher than Edison, the deck needs to do uh, some needs to do stuff like putting up a big board and going for big synchro plays and for OTKs. So this was the whole process behind the Diva Hero deck. I think it's still kinda underwhelming as a deck, but it's quite fun to play. So let's jump into the game. So yeah, I win rock paper scissors and I go first. Uh, so yeah, my hand is kinda bricky. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff I can do. The Diamond Dude is a terrible draw. Does absolutely nothing. Grapha is kind of fine, so I can discard the Diamond Dude and get Malicious or Plague Spread into the grave. I, but I still got a decent starting play with Tour Guide. But the deck wants to combo first turn, so it's still not that great. So I summon Tour Guide. He lets it through, and I get out the Sangan. And yeah, I set one back row and it's his go. And yeah, he summons Tour Guide as well. I have the space set, so this deck doesn't play a lot of back row, so this gets uninterrupted. So I thought, okay, he's going to summon the Sangan and crash into my Tour Guide to get the search. So yeah, he goes into battle phase and goes for the double kill, and he actually attacks into my Sangan, which is kind of weird. So I get my search as well. And this is very good for me, so I can add malicious from the deck, which is great with my Grapha, obviously. And he gets the search as well. But you see his hand, it's kind of bonkers. He does like 1-for-1, dandy, foolish. And the problem is my deck doesn't play Max C, so my deck kind of wants to empty. I kind of want to empty my hand for some Bubble Man combos. I would side the Maxis, of course, but they are not in the main deck. And I didn't have a sideboard for this match, so this entire match is without sideboard. So he goes for the Hyper Librarian, summons Bulb, builds Emergency Teleport, one off Emergency Teleport. So Psychic is a cool deck, but just having access to one Emergency Teleport kind of hurts the deck a lot if you want to play it pure. Yeah, he gets the Hyper Librarian Formula Synchron combo for 2 draws. And yeah, so let's see what he wants to do next. So he thinks about if he should keep going. Yes, that's a good question. And he drew into the Monster Reborn, so he still has more extenders. and he gets the Sengamax, he gets another search and goes to a level 5. So that's another draw. And he also has Foolish and Pot of Avarice in his hand. So he has like he he's got he's got everything he could wish for. So yeah, adds the Maxi. So that's kind of a bummer for me because and he draws into the second Maxi. So yeah, that's the problem. The Diva list I play is very bad against Maxi, which is kind of obvious when it's a very combo heavy deck. And yeah, so I have to deal with those two synchros. I mean, luckily enough, I have the Dark Hole. Yeah, I'm going to play the Dark Hole. So I was thinking, so yeah, first I get the Grapha, pitch Malicious, yeah, and get Plex Spreader. And so now my thought process was, yeah, I got the Reborn in hand as well. So my thought process now was, okay, I Reborn the Librarian and get the Maxi. Yeah, he pitches his one Maxi and I can go for a game. Yeah, next turn. And in hindsight, I was calculating. I was calculating this game, of course, as well. But in hindsight, um, I don't think I could have put up enough damage on board. So yeah, it's like I could some Scrap Dragon for 2-8 and the Librarian for 2-4. Yeah, and that's still not enough. So even if I play into Maxi, I can't kill him. So I was thinking, yeah, getting the Librarian, he drops the Maxi. So getting the Librarian, is kind of a safe board. Now, if he wants to go for a synchro play, he gets punished for that. So yeah, both get for 4k. He doesn't draw into track, which he plays as well. Yeah, he's drawn into Asperger. And I set one card, and it's his turn. He draws into Tour Guide, summons the Tour Guide, which isn't out for Librarian if he wants to go for a Leviathan Dragon play. But he still got the Foolish, which he didn't use last turn. So yeah, now he can go for a Levia play. Yeah, he accidentally adds the Dandelion. This was supposed to be banished. Gets the Dandelion. Summons Spore. Goes for Levia. Yeah. And gets the Dandelion back and goes for a Black Rose. So I wasn't sure if I could. Then I looked something up with the effect, and yeah, Librarian needs to be on the field to resolve, so no draw for me. So yeah, he basically nukes my board. So yeah, we had like the discussion back and forth, and it was fine. So yeah, my scapegoats get destroyed, my MST as well, and he gets 2 tokens. And then he's got the Avarice. So yeah, as as you can see, it's not looking great for me. And yeah, he draws 2 cards, and he draws into Psychic Witch and now Tragodia, which is very good for him with his full hand. So I'm basically done for. I get like the 1 diamond dude in hand. I draw into Treeborn Frog, which is great. Stacked, but now I now I know I have to go for a play. So even if he's got the Maxi, so I because Treeborn Frog is kind of dead in my hand, so I just want to shuffle that back into the deck. Um, yeah, and I decide to still go for it. Even he drops the Maxi, I go for Malicious because I know it's a losing. I'm fighting a losing battle, so but I still keep playing. Cause why not? I mean, it's a fun game. We both play cool decks, so we get Stardust out, summon Diamond Dude, and now I hit the Destiny draw. So yeah, I say it doesn't matter. So let's see if it matters. I'm still thinking I'm basically dead next turn because I'm giving him so much cards. Yeah. So he draws into the Striker with TG Warwolf. So he's asking if he's going to do a funny play. Goes for level 5 for an android. Summons Asperger, goes for Black Rose, no effect. And then flips his Miracle Synchro Fusion. And summons Axon Fighter. So, yeah, the thing about Axon is it can't be destroyed by card effects. So, yeah, that's kind of hard to get over. But let's see if I have an out, because he can't kill me. So the Stardust is gone. Then the Black Rose. Yeah, he gets the life points. He's basically got the same effect as Fort Ruler in that regard. Then the Black Rose. Yeah, and he goes into his main phase, thinks about, and I top the Curelifs, so I actually can get the Stratos. So how am I going to out this Axon Fighter? Axon Kicker is the question. Yeah, I got something different in mind. I triggered the D-draw before, so I'm thinking, I don't know, I think the correct play was to activate Hero Lifts, so, or, nah, I think it's, if I draw the Stratos with the Destiny draw, I'm basically dead anyway, so I need to see what my next two cards are so I can adjust my search. So there are two searches I can get, which are Plasma or Bubble Man. So I actually hard draw Plasma and I draw Deep Sea Diva. And yeah, we see here I can activate Stratos, get the Deep Sea Diva on the field, and hope he doesn't have another Maxi. Smiley face. Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. I mean, you guys can see what he has in his hand. So yeah, um, I got Maxi 3 times in this game. So yeah, but I need to do some plays. So get the Stratos effect, add Bubble Man. Summon Deep Sea Diva, activate Deep Sea Diva. And now it's time for to drop the Plasma. So this list played on double Plasma, so I could have hard drawn. I had more chances to hard draw into that. So I get the Accent Kicker out of the way, and now I can attack the Black Rose. So yeah, I basically got the Skidron on. I got Skidron on the field. He drops Tragodia, I think. Yeah, he drops Tragodia, which is at 0. So yeah, now he activates Heavy Storm, which kind of sucks because now he can get over my monster very easily. But he doesn't have anything to do that. I draw into Treacherous. So yeah, now I got at least protection from my Plasma. I can get the Tragodia, which has 0, so Plasma still at 1-9. I go for 1-9. He can't drop Gorse. He could have dropped the Tragodia. But yeah, I think he was going for, if he wants to out Tragodia, if he wants to out Plasma, he needs to then he needs to draw into a striker, so he can go for a synchro play. So Tragodia doesn't do anything at this moment, so yeah, it gets just run over very easily. Yeah, I draw into Heavy Storm, which is kinda dead. Yeah, I attack into Psychic Witch, so my win condition now is to get some damage in. He gets the Asperger out, which kinda sucks, so he's got the level 2 tuner. He banishes the top card of his deck, normally some Sangan, so I'm now forced to activate Treacherous. He wants Torrential Tribute, I got something different in mind. So yeah, he now has access to Striker, which he gets. And now he flips his Psychic Overload. So it's a second Pot of Avarice basically. Gets his 3 Psychic monsters back. Yeah, shuffle and draws 2 cards, and he draws into Werewolf, so which is another extender. So he basically can out my Plasma now. Goes for a level 5, I think for Android. I'm not sure. Yeah, Android is gone, so I think he goes for Catastor. I'm not sure. Ah, yeah, he shuffled back the Librarian. Never mind. So yeah, he gets the Librarian. Plasma gets run over, and I draw into Treebone Frog. So yeah, not great, but what can you do? But now I have another win condition in mind, which is deck out. So yeah, my stall options are kind of limited. So he attacks with Librarian. Um, he attacks with the Psychic Witch. So now I draw into Hero Lifts, which is kinda a bad draw, but as you guys can see, I can get rid of my 2 dead cards in my hand, and yeah, I got the Bubble Man, which I searched earlier. So I actually forgot that I have Bubble Man. So I set the Hero Lifts. I yeah, pop my own cards with Heavy Storm, or my own card with Heavy Storm, and now we get the second Jaden Yuki moment. So we get Tour Guide and Swap Frog, so we actually got plays again. Yeah, so I think this game was so hilarious. So I let him draw a lot of cards now with Librarian. Yeah, I still think I'm actually dead. So yeah, let's see what I can do. I could have bounced the Librarian with the Bryanek, but I wanted to get some life points. Levier summons back the Plague. So I finally can do some combos without getting max seed. Feels good. Feels very good. Get the Bryanek. Yeah, get back the Plague Spreader. So my position is not that great. Even if I survive the next turn, I draw into a Swap Frog, which does absolutely nothing. Just gets rid of more dead cards in my deck. But yeah, I can't do anything. So yeah, he draws into his dead Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment, or yeah, not dead, but yeah, drawing them at the stage of the game is, yeah, could be better. So I attack into the Werewolf, get rid of his 2 monsters, and now he draws. He got Tragodia, so yeah, we played a bit too fast. Level 3, get the Psychic Wizard, get Levier, summons back the Asperger, goes for level 6, and yeah, he's got Bryanek, and he can just bounce for Drula and Levier, and yeah, he disconnected, so yeah. Bryanek and discards 2 cards, and he's got plenty of them. And yeah, that's basically a game. What a game one. So we don't side, we both don't side, which I already talked about. So yeah, I go first again, and now the second hand is even worse than the first one. But the good thing is he doesn't have his hand is decent with Lone Fire and Tour Guide, but it's not like how would we call it? Yeah, in Germany we would call it Döner with Soße. This was like a Yu-Gi-Oh term for us when, yeah, your opponent basically had full combo and otherwise, and also a follow-up play like he did with Pot of Avarice and the Foolish. So he goes for Tour Guide, attacks over my Treebone Frog. I'm very good with drawing Treebone Frog, I guess. So yeah, we get the MST. And now I can finally do some plays. MST. Yeah, draw one card. I didn't go for the Treeborn Frog. I don't know why. Maybe I'm scared of Chaos. Or I forgot it. Yeah, he drops Dragodia, which is not that great. So he's got more board presence. He drew into 1 for 1, so he's got combo potential there. Attacks with Sangan. And yeah, I draw. No. And Stratos is actually a awesome, great draw. I mean, it gets Destiny Draw live. Destiny Draws live now. We got Deep Sea Diva also. And Miracle Fusion is follow play and also a free special summon if I can get rid of all my monsters in the hand. So yeah, let's see what I do here. Normally I want to special summon the Stratos if hero lives, but that's drawing the Stratos for normal summon is also fine. So, yeah, I actually can't normal summon the Diva, so drawing hero list would have been way better, but yeah. We still got options here. So I get the Treeborn out this time. Normal summon the Stratos. Um, get the Malicious Search. Activate D-Draw. Get rid of Malicious, draw 2 cards. And now I get Enemy Controller, which is a great draw. So I can tribute the Treeborn. Would have been better in the standby phase, but yeah. I mean, we get... My opponent better not have Chaos. So I discard this. I discard here and to get more damage out. Just in case he has Gores, I attack with the Sangan first, so he doesn't drop Gores here. He drops Gores after the Tragodia attack, and yeah. So Tragodia is level 3 now. I deny the Sangan Surge. Get Leviathan, which is very important in this deck. So Tokad is kinda great in Diva Hero, a great addition because it summons out a water monster for Miracle Fusion basically, so that's kinda nice. So yeah, get the Leviathan out. I know it gets run over, but yeah, I want to have a water monster in grave, and I don't want him to search with the Sangan, so and also I'm absolutely fine with this board dying because I got the Miracle Fusion. So yeah, um, he's doesn't want to commit to the board. Yeah, double kills with the tokens, which is weird. We could have gone for a Lone Fire and for Bulb and summon a Scrap Dragon, so he's got Gorse, Scrap Dragon, or he could even get Gorse and Stardust on the field, so yeah. Or maybe he is scared of the Miracle Fusion. So I'm not sure if he's expecting a Miracle Fusion or Absolute Zero. Probably because he saw water monsters. Uh, he saw the Treeborn Frog and he saw a couple of heroes, so I don't know if he's prepared for that. So if he knows I got the Absolute Zero, then that's completely fine because otherwise I can just crash with the Zero and get rid of Scrap Dragon and Gauss, or crash with the Stardust and get rid of the Gauss. So I'm not sure. Yeah, he actually saw the Diva in game 1 as well. So yeah, maybe he's expecting the Miracle Fusion. Probably. I'm not sure. Maybe if the damn dude is watching this video, he can comment down below and tell me if he thought about Miracle Fusion. So yeah, I mean Diva Heroes, yeah, is kind of well known thanks to Edison. So yeah, I tribute my Treeborn Frog for Chaos. Get rid of the Gores. Now the question is, can I finally attack for game? So yeah, I go for Miracle Fusion, banish Leviathan Dragon and the Stratos, get out Ab-Zero, and now I'm misplaying because his Gauss is already gone, so I know he only has Tergodia if he's got it in his hand. So I could have attacked with the Ab-Zero first. Because he could have gone for the Ab-Zero for, yeah. Oh, did I? No. No, never mind. the play was correct because I can't get over Tragodia with Chaos, but I can get over with Zero. So yeah, that was the play was absolutely fine. All right, now it's his turn, and he's draws into Foolish, so he's got Lone Fire Foolish 1 for 1. So I'm quite sure he can do something with this hand. So yeah, we have no back and forth. We had a lot of fun with this match. Just get the Foolish, Lone Fire, 1 for 1. The Dandelion gets Lone Fire, 1 for 1. That's basically his last stand because if he needs to out this board, gets Librarian. Now he can go for Formula Synchron. Yeah. Actually draws in the Pot of Everrides, which is sick for him. Double draws, yeah. Nothing here he could do. His field is kind of blocked. Even if he black draws in his turn, he can't get anything out with the TG. So I'm basically won this game. So yeah, maybe he could have what. So what he actually could have done is staying. So yeah, let's see what he does next. I know what he is going to do. So yeah, I go for the Treeborn Frog. Yeah, and I attempt to go into battle phase. So now he's going to do the Black Rose play, um, and I can still stay main phase 1. What he actually could have done is I'm basically forced to go thanks to the Black Rose into battle phase. So he could have just not gone into Black Rose. I mean, those two Formula and Hyper Librarian get run over, but he at least has the possibility to survive this turn and get something going with his Werewolf, his Striker, and even his Psychic Witch. And I'm not sure if he draws into anything. I mean, the Stormer's dead, but he could have done something with those two. I mean, the Black Librarian Formula are gone, but at least he survives the turn. So yeah, let's see. So he goes into Black Rose, nukes the board, and now he's completely without protection. And yeah, I got Diva in hand. I got Diva in hand, so the game is basically over. And I also got Malicious Engrave. So yeah, banish the Malicious. No Maxi. Yeah, then I can go into Scrap Dragon, top the Werewolf. Or attack with Diva over the Werewolf, and yeah. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we are in game 3. So let's see what he's going to do. Because he's starting his game. And he's got Foolish and 1 for 1 as well, so he's drawing all those one-offs. Must be nice. And yes, that's one back row, and it's my turn. And now I can finally show off what this deck is capable of doing first turn. Because I got Diva, I got Hero Lifts, I get Destiny Draw, Miracle Fusion. So this hand is insane. For this deck at least. So yeah, we activating the Hero Lifts. Summoning Stratos. We get the Malicious. Summon Diva first because I don't want to draw into the second Diva. Activate Destiny Draw, get rid of Malicious. No, don't draw the second Malicious. And we don't draw the second Malicious. We could have gone into Plasma as well. But he we got follow up with Goats and Plasma, so that's kind of nice as well. Get Malicious out. Sync for 8, and I was calculating, so I wanted to go for Scrap Dragon and Brionac Bounce. So I could go for game. So even if he drops the Tragodia, I can still bounce the Tragodia with Brionac. Yeah, go for Scrap Dragon after long fought, and he immediately one exit. So yeah, so much fought for nothing. Yeah, we get the Brionac out. He's still. I discard the Diamond Dude. It's basically dead in his hand. I want to slow him down a bit. Activate Miracle Fusion, banish Malicious and Diva. So I think banishing Diamond Dude was the correct play here. So if I draw into Tour Guide next turn, I could have the option to get Diamond Dude even or not even Diamond Dude. I think banishing Stratos would have been the correct play here and not banishing the Malicious. That was a misplay on my part. So when I go for the Diamond, when I draw a Tour Guide, I could go into Levia, some Stratos, and search the Bubble Man. So yeah, that was a misplay. But yeah, Ab-Zero actually has 3Ks, so it would have been game with Brian Egan, Scrap Dragon Pop, and the Bounce. Exactly 8-1. So yeah, run over Tour Guide. And yeah, I was misclicking, so yeah. Attack with the Ab-Zero. And now he draws into his Judgment, which is not the greatest draw after I've gone full combo. But yeah, he special summons the Striker, so he's got a lot of follow-up plays as well. Striker Sangan. Goes for Hyper Librarian, I think. So yeah, he summons the Hyper Librarian. Searches Maxi, so there is the Maxi again. The card was haunting me in game 1. Gets Dandelion into the grave, so he goes for 1/1. So what he's basically trying to do is a Trish play now. Sinking Bob gets the double draw. Draws into Veiler, so I'm not so he actually didn't see the one copy of Veiler in game 1, which is kinda insane. Yeah, so now he goes for Bob, so he plays double Veiler and didn't see the Veiler. So that's kinda insane and lucky for me. Goes for Brionac. And I'm not sure why he didn't bounce the Brionac or the at least, so I'm not sure if I'm missing something here. I mean, he could have cleared the board. I mean, his Trishula dies afterwards, so he could have just bounced the Brionac, so he could get rid of both monsters. Not sure if that was the correct play to not use the Brionac. I mean, what could he discard? He could Maxi, kinda needs Maxi, kinda needs Veiler. If I draw into Tour Guide, so I'm not sure, but he still got his Solemn Judgment. I'm not sure. I don't think Tragodia does anything because I basically could some a higher attack monster. So I'm not sure if he could have played that differently. Goes for Trish. And actually hits my goats. And my Darkhold, so Plasma's dead now. Which kinda sucks. And he gets down the F-Zero. 2/5 again. So he sets the Solemn Judgment. Now it's my turn and I sack Miracle Fusion. Very skillful. And now is the question if I banish the correct hero. So I activate Miracle Fusion, and now I think it was a misplay on his part as well. So he actually, so I'm quite sure he's not playing Mirror Force because his deck is very combo reliant. I'm quite surprised he's got this base force, Judgment and Warning. I'm not sure. Maybe he runs Dust Shoot and 3 Solemns. Um, so yeah, I don't have the information that this is Solemn Judgment. So if he actually judgments this, I think my position is not that great. So yeah, it's still got the F-Zero, but yeah, the question is what we both draw then. What we both draw now. So I think if he judgments the Miracle Fusion, uh, he's still got the possibility to survive. But yeah, he drops Maxi, and now I banish the Stratos. So yeah, second time is the charm. Because yeah, he draws into Striker as well. He could have set the Striker. So yeah, now he's saying raid, end of main thinking. Yep, yeah, he actually misplayed. So he probably thought about activating Vela on one of my F-Zeros thanks to the attack boost, but F-Zero doesn't get the attack boost from another F-Zero, only from other water monsters. Because I can just crash now into Trishula and go for game. And he can't do anything. So not activating the judgment actually cost him the game. So yeah, I'm going to show off my Diva hero list now. So until then. So this is basically my Diva hero list. I changed some cards. I actually added triple upstart because sometimes drawing Obrex is still fine. I mean, we don't run any cards like Shine Boards. So yeah, I played double Plasma and I played double MST, which is now in the side deck, and I added Upstart instead because I don't think we need double Plasma since it's searchable and normally the games should not last that long because our deck is very combo reliant. So we got one Kaios, of course the synergy with enemy controller and Tribune Progress. Still great, and it's a level 6, so it's decent with our Plague Spreader and Diva as well, double Diva. So I decided to run only double Diva, and no Lost Blue Breaker since it's a brick, and we don't want to go into level 5 synchros that much anyway. And even if we just have Diva as a player, no follow up, we can just go into Gachi. So I think double Diva is fine. One Diamond Dude, searchable and Destiny draw target, double Malicious, Heart and Soul of the deck, Plasma. Then we got one Bubble Man, which has so many functions in this deck. So it's a great extender. So we could go for Utopia, which is one of our end boards with the starters together, which is great first turn. It's a water monster, so we can actually get used as a water monster and as a hero for Miracle Fusion. And Stratos, which is our main target with hero lifts. Yeah, we could actually summon this with hero lifts. One Plague Spreader. So the original list didn't run a Plague Spreader, which I find very weird, especially if we run the one Grapha. One Sangan, which is the tour guide target, and 3 tour guides, which gets us access to a water monster for Miracle Fusion, Levia plays, which are kind of great, so we can get back Plague Spreader, a banished hero monster, one Treeborn Frog, and 3 Swap Frogs. So the original Diva hero lives in Edison, rank cards like Snowman Eater, and yeah, more Diva targets. So this deck wants to get water monsters as fast as possible into the grave. So Swap Frog is a great extender if we can just cut it that Bubble Man or a dead Treeborn Frog. So yeah, actually it's also great with Gachi. So we got a lot of use of that for this. Getting this as a free special sum is relevant a lot of the times. And we got the Grapho, which just discards the malicious or that diamond dude and gets malicious and black spreader for instant level 8. And one dark hole, triple hero lives, which is underwhelming in the late game because we already got our Stratos out. But yeah, we want to have Stratos first turn most of as much as possible, so we run 3 of this. Um, I still think would not cut this down to 2 like the other list did, because this deck doesn't want to play long games. I mean, the game 1 I played was insanely long. That this deck wants to pop off very early. It's very glass cannon. Um, and it doesn't want to play a long grind game. And one allure, which also gives us tour guide targets with Levier, and yeah, more consistency, double D draw. So this is the reason a lot of people want to play Diva Hero in September 2011 because you got one Destiny draw more. But I don't think this makes that much of a difference. I mean, it gets you it gives you more consistency, but it's not that insane. The general problem for this deck is that other decks got way more support, and Diva Hero is a great deck in Edison because the power level is so low. So yeah, I mean, in Edison you can just run cards like Prodigy and go for Chaos and play more of a control game with the Wing Blasts. That a lot of the decks of the grind decks in September 2011 do that way better than this deck. Then one Rhoda, so we got most of the time for Grapha, but you can even search or Stratos or Bubbleman. And sometimes Diamond Dude if we got it as we draw. Enemy Controller, which I think is still great with Treeborn Frog, and also for any kind of synchro play, sometimes we got additional Diva on field. Future Fusion, just to dump stuff into the grave. Heavy Storm. Triple Miracle Fusion, so this is our only card, uh, which gives us the possibility to play longer drawn out games. Monster and also you want to draw this as much as possible with your combos. One Monster Reborn, Scapegoat, which is basically for plasma, but also could you get its use for the synchro plays with Diva or Plague Spreader. Triple Upstart for consistency, which I didn't play in the games, so yeah. And Treacherous. And this side, I'm not sure about the side deck. So yeah, a lot of changes could be made. I mean, those MSTs like so we basically don't lose against any Floodgate Maxi if we go second, so we got a chance to interrupt our opponent. And I prefer the DD Crow in the side deck if we play in a format of Dark Worlds, which we are going to do in our tournament. Leeching the Light for the agents. I mean, we got a lot of monsters, so this is just another OTK tool. Light Imprisoning Mirror. So I'm not sure if this what the matchups for this deck are, but I'm quite sure it's difficult against agents because agents does a lot puts up a lot of pressure on board. So yeah, Light Mercer in there, Decrease as well, because since we don't run any traps, so those are basically for the back row decks. And then yeah, the extra deck, triple App Zero, then one level for Armory Arm. Extra deck spaces are very tight. One Catasta, we rarely go into like 5, 6, or 7. I mean, more often into 6, but Bryanek is most of the time the only option and very helpful since it's a water monster and it gets our stuff into the grave. So yeah, we could even the bouncing effect is not that important most of the time, but like discarding Plague, discarding Malicious, or getting Miracle Fusion targets into the grave. Then you run 3 level 8s because since this deck goes a lot into level 8, Scrap Dragon, Fortroll, and Stardust. And then Trishula as well. I don't go. This deck can only go with Malicious Plague Spider and Treeborn Frog into this, but it gives us another use for Treeborn Frog as well. And one Gachi is obviously for Diva, or if you special summon Swap Frog. Then yeah, the two level 3 Exceeds, Futur Guide, Leviathan, also a water monster. And this is great for any first turn boards where we got Stratos and can just special summon a Bubble Man on the field as well. And yeah, the triple F-Zero. I'm not sure if you could change anything for the extra deck. Maybe you could maybe run a Gaia or Great Tornado, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's necessary for this deck. Maybe if you play Super Poly into the side in the side deck, but I'm not sure if Super Poly is that important in this format. I mean, it changes when you get Photon Shockwave into the mix. So since then you can run Nova Master and Super Poly with Bubbleman, Stratos, Zenmains, and the Lagi and Doka away. But I don't think you need to do that for this deck right now. So yeah, I'm not sure if you could tweak this. It's a fun deck basically. I don't see that much potential for this deck to be successful, but I highly recommend taking a look at this if you just want to have a good time. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, that was the video. If you want to see more videos like this, right now, make sure to subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more live commentary or if I'm going to do more of this replay stuff. So this gives me the opportunity to showcase some decks I don't own in real life, but which I still think are cool ideas you could take a look at. So yeah, we actually got a tournament coming up at the 9th of April, so stay tuned for that. We got a prize pool of $100, but more information will follow soon. If you want to become a citizen of the Tango Plant Town, make sure to join our Discord as well. Otherwise, this was the video. See you soon and goodbye.